Hello and welcome to the Original Black Nerd Show. And this is our observations from the front porch. And today we're going to start looking at a series from John Ridley called The American Way. Yeah. Now, a little disclaimer, I love, both comic books, but before Blue Marvel and Legend of Adam in 2009, there was another mass superhero who was revealed to be black. Yeah, in 2006, John Ridley, our man from the other side of DC history, and the next Batman, wrote the American Way with George Gentry on the pencils. And this is the first issue of the story, and I hope you enjoy. Check it out. Peace.
OBN, OBN, original black nerd. OBN, original black nerd. OBN, original black nerd. Everything discussed about dramas is that thorough. OBN, original black nerd. OBN, original black.
Yeah, so the first issue, we just get like a little backstory going on, and we find that this guy, Wes Chapman, is our main guy that's narrating this. He's the whole guy telling the story through his eyes, and he's giving up this new 1961 sports car called the Icon, and it's going to be the big thing. Now, all of a sudden, an alien invasion falls in, and so he's narrating the alien invasion, and he's talking about, all these things that are happening. And at the same time, you see that the news reporters are, reporting on live is going on. So people are witnessing this. So just as he about to, get done in, here comes this world's version of the Justice League. They call them the Civil Defense Corps. And okay, this is 1961. So you got, a bunch of people in here. You got, Pharaoh, who's like Superman, and you got Freya, who is like axe wielding Valkyrie type Wonder Woman. You got the Wanderer, who is this kind of like Martian Manhunter, but not really. He's kind of genetically enhanced. Okay. So you get a bunch of people coming in. You got like guy like Deadshot called Secret Agent. So they come in and they start attacking this alien that's attacked the city, and the guy is narrating how the heroes are getting knocked down, and the TV commentators telling them to be calm, and then we even find like the guy Pharaoh's. Who is like the Superman. He's even got a reporter, his own little like Lois Lane. He saves her from falling, and so all this is going on, and we get a little backstory, and it talks about how this is 1961, and we got the Soviets, and you got the Russians in Cuba. We got the civil rights movement going on, but when all else fails, we have these heroes to come fighting, and like fails, will get smacked down by this like War of the Worlds type looking creature and wipes him out, and he goes down for the count. But they have this guy called Old Glory. And then it says, legend is he was born on July 4th, 1776. Every year he grows a little older and a whole lot stronger. So so this guy comes flying down, carrying this flag with, not even all the states on there. Got a gun, and he flies down with this flag and stabs the big thing in the eye. But as he was doing it, all the other heroes are rising up because he's like their Captain America, and he comes flying down and he saves them. His Old Glory, and he saves the day. And so then we flip over to back to the story of our narrator, Wes Chapman. And so he gets it. He ends up, he gets laid off basically fired because his car is now doomed to be associated with the alien attack. So he don't have a job, and so he's going home. His wife's pregnant, that kind of stuff. And so what happens is he ends up getting a phone call from his old college buddy Bobby Kennedy. Okay, so he calls him in, and he has a job for him. He's like, well, I sell cars. Well, I want to know what to do. And Bobby Kennedy lays on this story about he needs somebody to see some information, and he's going to need him to work on to help him defend the country. So he was like, okay. So he gave him some files, and in the files, we find that everything that was alien related was staged. Yeah, some people had some powers. Some of them, they didn't know what they had. Some of them, they genetically enhanced to have powers. So it was a mishmash of it. But everybody that they thought that was on a global or alien stage was staged. And he's reading all this. I mean, it's like he's just getting. He's like, okay, I'm taking the red pill. And so he gets this eye-opening experience. So now he's disillusioned. But he finds out, Bobby Kennedy tries to tell him, well, now the stuff they did, helping people every day and stopping criminals and that kind of stuff, yeah, that was real. Stopping natural disasters, that was real. But when some supervillains or some invasions, it was just some play acting. So my man is messed up about that. So he gives him some time, to think. He said, man, how could you be a part of all this? And so he just, he let him, vent and whatever. But he basically said, look, America needs to have some heroes. And we need to be able, and he said, some of them, like the woman Freya, she may actually be a god, They don't know who, Pharaoh is, and it's all these things are going on. He says, look, we're in a propaganda war, and which is true at that time, and especially in 1961, and as well as in the Cold War. So they were trying to sell this of freedom and democracy and way of life. And so, okay, so he goes back and he finds and starts thinking about it. And what he realizes that for all of his thoughts and dreams of having these values, he needed the money, he needed to take care of his family, so he took the job. So he comes in and we meet his partner, and the guys kind of give him the rundown of what's going on. And they said, look, the program that came from, before Bobby Kennedy, before the Kennedys got it, Eisenhower had it, and before Eisenhower, Truman had it. So he said, oh, the country's been lying. So he's just really disappointed that they just sit around and map out a game plan and go and execute it. And so he says, the more he watches it, the more it looks kind of sloppy and whatever. So they working on this last thing, and they working on they had a villain called the Red Terror. And it happened just to be a Asian guy who just happened to fit the costume size, so they had to buy a new costume. So they put him in the character. So he's in there, and they're doing their fighting scene and doing their whole thing. And this is his first day checking everything going out. And all of a sudden, as Old Glory goes to make his move on the Red Terror, he has a heart attack and dies. And that's how the first issue ends. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check back. I got it's 8 issues. This American Way, John Ridley from 2006. We're going so different story. The New American, the black guy haven't even showed up yet. All right. Have a great day. Peace.